Hello and welcome to today's practice. In today's practice, we're going to focus on certain poses as well as just an overall approach to the practice that encourages strengthening of the bones. So, we're going to begin today's practice in the tabletop shape. So, you can place a low blanket across the center of your yoga mat to support the knee joints. Blocks to the front short side of your yoga mat, and then bringing your body into table. Hands at least as wide as your shoulders, maybe a little bit wider. We're going to start with a few repetitions of the cat-cow flow. As you take your next inhalation, you're going to start to let your belly button dip down to the floor and lift your chin away from your chest, opening up your throat. As you exhale, press down into your hands and you're going to round through the spine. Cat stretch. And let's just do that a couple times, breathing in to release the belly button down to the floor. Lift through the heart and chin. Exhale, press the hands and round through the spine. Inhale, cow tilt. Exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, cow tilt. Exhale, cat stretch. Last two times. Inhale, cow tilt. Exhale, cat stretch. One last time. Inhale, cow tilt. Release the navel. Lift the heart and chin. Exhale, cat stretch the spine. Inhale, bring the spine to neutral. So the gaze is going to be down and the crown of the head is going to be reaching forward. You can stay here for a last few rounds of breath in this position, or to bring a little bit more emphasis into core strengthening and strengthening the bones of the arms, we might move into hover tables. You can press the balls of the feet into the mat and maybe float the knees away from the floor momentarily. Shin bones running about parallel to the floor, gaze is still down. Notice the strengthening in the hands, the arms, the shoulders, the core of the body. Breathe in. Exhale, lightly lower your knees for a moment. Release the navel, lift the heart. Let's actually give the wrist a momentary break by coming into wide knee child's pose. So slide the big toes close, knees going wide, and sink and settle the sitting bones toward the heels. So here I'm going to encourage you to maybe come to the fingerprints. So that way you lift up the center of the palms, lift up the wrist creases and the forearms away from the floor. So this will help with strengthening the bones and muscles of the fingers, the hands, and the wrist. Deep inhalation. And as you take your exhalation here, sigh out through the mouth. Next inhalation, we'll rise up to all fours. We'll transition through downward facing dog. So slide your knees beneath your hips, press into the balls of the feet, float the knees away from the floor, and send the sitting bones upward to the sky. You can walk out through feet and knees, that gentle pedaling, warming up the soles of the feet, the backs of the ankles, and up through the back of the legs, as well as the upper body, since we're weight bearing here. So, last moments. Take your next inhalation to bring your gaze upward toward the hands and begin to step your feet forward so that you're coming into the forward fold. So here, hands could be on yoga blocks or the shins. You're just going to lift into halfway lift with the spine. So belly's going to lift away from the thighs, reach out through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, bend your knees and reverse your swan dive. So sweep the arms out to the side, rise all the way up, fingertips stretching up toward the sky. Prayer hands coming together and then down into your heart. Breathe in, circle sweep your arms. At the top, you're going to see what it feels like to interlock the hands and flip the palms to face upward toward the ceiling in the bound mountain shape. Feet are anchoring down to the earth while the palms stretch up toward the sky. If for any reason this doesn't work for your hands, wrists, or shoulders, please just let your hands remain apart, palms facing in toward one another. You're going to feel the muscles of the arms activating. So there's this sense of hugging in toward the bones. The arm muscles active. Take a nice, long, slow, deep breath in. We're going to take this next exhale with a soft sigh. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, release your hands, release your arms nice and open and wide as you swan dive your body forward over your legs. Breathing in, take halfway lift with your spine. So hands on the blocks or the shins. You can frame the right foot with either the blocks or the hands. Step the left foot back. We're going to come into warrior two. So you're going to spin the left heel down to the mat and then inhale, let your left arm kind of make a big circle around as you turn your chest to face the left side of your room. Hold the legs in the warrior two shape, but we'll do some dynamic movement in the upper body. Dancing warrior flow. So flip up your right palm and inhale, take the left hand to the thigh as you arc the body into reverse warrior. And as you're exhaling, passing through warrior two, letting your right forearm come to lean onto the thigh, left arm by the ear, extended side angle. And then inhale as you flow up through the center, reversing the warrior. Exhale, passing through warrior two, leaning out onto the front right thigh into the extended side angle shape. Inhale, rise up and arc back. Exhale, warrior two into extended side angle. Two more times. Inhale, come through warrior two into reverse. Exhale into extended side. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, rising up, reversing the warrior. Exhale, extended side. Inhale, coming to warrior two. Release the hands down to the hip crest. Press strong into the right foot to straighten the right knee. We're just going to be pivoting the feet. So we're going to come into the second side. So you're going to turn your left toes to face the back short side of the mat as your right toes turn to face more of the long side of the mat. Then you're going to allow your left knee to bend. So you come into warrior two legs, opening your arms out from your shoulders, arms about parallel to the floor. Maintaining the shape in the legs, but flip the left palm up to the sky. Bring your right hand to your right thigh as you inhale and reverse your warrior. Exhale as you pass through the center, leaning out onto the left forearm as you take extended side. Inhale, coming up and reversing the warrior. Exhale, warrior two into extended side. Inhale, the lightness lifts you up and arcs you into reverse. Exhale as you pass through warrior two, connecting left forearm to left thigh. Extended side. Two final times. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale to reverse. Very last round. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale as you come back to warrior two. So shoulders over hips, then release the hands down to the hips. Press into the left foot so you can straighten the knee and turn the left toes to face the long side of the mat. We're going to draw the elbow points back and then allow for a standing back bend here with the feet nice and wide, front body open. Exhale, we're going to start to lean the body forward. So you're going to let some weight shift into the balls of the feet as you start to reach out through the crown of the head. And when you get about parallel to the floor with your body, you can release your hands down below your shoulders. So hands as wide as the shoulders are slightly wider. Now notice the weight distribution across your feet. You want to feel a little bit of lightness in the heels. We're going to walk the hands forward. We're coming into wide stance, downward facing dog. Now here again, you could even come up onto your fingerprints to emphasize the strengthening of the hands and the wrist. Draw your chin in slightly and let the crown of your head lengthen out. So thinking of the head and the crown of the head, the skull, as a continuation of the rest of the spine. Press into your feet and feel the muscles of your legs hug inward toward your bones. Take a breath in and out. Inhale as you walk your hands back underneath of your shoulders so there's length in the spine and the crown of the head. We're going to walk the hands back around to the front right foot, spinning all 10 toes to face the front short side of the mat, lifting that back left heel away from the floor. Adjusting your blocks forward, pressing off the left foot, stepping forward, taking halfway lift with the spine, lift the belly, reach out through the crown of the head, and then exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, bend your knees and reverse your swan dive. So sweeping your arms out and up, long by the sides of the face. You're going to sweep the arms forward and then down by the sides, turning the palms to face forward. You're going to lift up through the heart. We're going to sigh out the exhalation here in this standing back bend. And then as you inhale, we're going to come to chair. So you're going to allow your knees to bend. You're going to sink your hips and you're going to let your arms sweep forward so that they're about parallel to the floor. Then as you exhale, we're going to go back into that standing back bend. So out through the mouth, straighten the knees. Inhale, bend your knees. Sink your sitting bones. Reach your fingers. Exhale. Mountain with the back bend. Inhale to chair. Exhale, standing back bend. Inhale to chair. Now we're going to hold for a little longer period of time. Arms could stay forward or prayer hands could come to heart. Since we've been working a little bit with fingerprints anchoring into the floor here, you could even anchor the fingerprints toward one another as the heels of the hands open up into Hakini gesture, Hakini mudra. This is a nice position that strengthens the fingers and the hands. Sink the sitting bones, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Hands going down, sitting bones reaching up. Inhale, take halfway lift with the spinal column. Exhale, we can frame the right foot with the blocks or the hands. Step the left foot back. This time we're going to come into low lunge position. So we can take a few moments to alternate between the low lunge and the half split. So inhaling to take the low lunge position, and then as you're exhaling, move the hips back. Rocking onto your right heel, spreading the toes of the right foot. Inhale, right foot coming down, hips melting down. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Move the hips back, rock onto the right heel, feel the toes of the right foot spread. Inhale, low lunge. Now we're going to take a open twist here. So can take the left hand off of the mat. So you're walking the hand to the left. Now you could stay on the block or the hand could come to the floor. The right foot is going to heel toe to the right. You're going to end up spinning the right heel in and the right toes open while your right palm comes up to your right thigh. You're going to press into the thigh with the right hand and use that to turn the belly and the chest open to the right. And then you could gaze down toward the left hand. Do feel a little bit of energy between your right heel and your left knee, almost like those two areas of the body are attempting to draw in toward one another. Take a nice slow deep breath in. Maybe even a soft sigh here out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, walking everything back to the center. So heel toe the right foot in. You're going to frame your front right foot rather. Press into the left ball of the foot and lift the left knee away from the floor. So you're going to end up stepping forward. So you're going to press off that left foot, adjust the blocks. Inhale, take halfway lift with the spine, and exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, bend your knees and reverse your swan dive, rising up. We're going to come into chair, balancing on the left foot. So you can start shifting the weight into the left foot. Right foot's going to come up. So you can keep the ball of the foot down. You can bring it below or above the left knee. Press the inner leg and the sole of the foot together so you feel this strong connection to the center of the body. Prayer hands at heart, or maybe that hakini gesture where you press the fingerprints together and allow the heels of the hands to open up. Reach up through the crown of the head, relaxing through the shoulders. So the bones represent qualities of structure, steadiness, stability. Feeling those qualities within your body. Take a deep breath in. Slowly releasing your hands and releasing your right foot down. Finding mountain position. Shoulders over hips, hips over ankles. Take the arms down. Breathe in, sweep the arms up, long by the sides of the face. And as you exhale, prayer hands coming together as you bend your knees and hinge your body forward over your legs. Landing in the forward fold, inhale, take halfway lift with your spine. We're going to frame the left foot. So frame the left foot with the blocks or the hands. Step the right foot back and lower the right knee down into low lunge. Inhale, taking the low lunge position. And then as you're exhaling, we're going to move the hips back, rock onto the left heel, half split shape. And then as you inhale, come forward into low lunge. Exhale, rock the hips back. Come onto the left heel. Draw the chin in slightly, gazes down. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, find low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, let's find low lunge. We're going to walk the right hand off to the right, hand on the block or the floor, heel toe the left foot off to the left. So heel spins in, toes spin out. You're going to bring the left hand to the thigh, press into the thigh, and we're going to let the gaze go down. There's going to be a little bit of the emphasis of the left heel and the right knee drawing toward one another. I usually just like to bring the gaze down toward the right hand just to release and relax through the neck. Especially helpful if you prone to a lot of headaches, just to take the gaze down to the floor. Last inhale here. When you take the last exhale here, let's sigh out through the mouth. Gonna walk the left foot in, framing the left foot as you press the right ball of the foot into the mat, lift the knee. So you're going to step forward. So press off the right foot, step forward, inhale, half lift, exhale, fold in. Inhale, reverse, sweep the arms. Tree pose, balancing on the right side. So left foot might come up so that the ball of the foot is rooted. Maybe the heel is gently resting against right shin bones. You might come up below or above your knee. Press the foot and the leg together. Your hands could stay at the heart, or you could press the fingerprints together in the Hakini gesture, heels of the hands opening up. Collarbones broad, shoulders releasing and relaxing down the back. Feeling the structure of the body, the sense of stability in your body and your breath. Take an inhale and a last exhale here. Slowly releasing your hands, releasing your left foot down, coming through the mountain position. Shoulders over hips, hips over ankles. Breathe in, circle, sweep your arms up. Extend in mountain position. Exhale, prayer hands coming through the heart as you bend your knees and fold your body forward over your legs. Inhale, take halfway lift with your spine, and then exhale as you find the downward facing dog. Now we're going to bring the body out into plank position. So you're going to breathe in and let the hips roll forward. Now in the plank position, you can keep your knees up, or you can always lower your knees into the knee down plank position. So you're going to be lowering down to the belly. So as you take your next exhalation, we're going to bend the elbows and lower to the chest and ribs. If your knees are up, move more toward the tips of your toes as you bring the body down. So first here, we're going to stack the palms and rest the stacked palms on the forehead. And the first thing we're going to do is just keep the body, the torso down, but we're going to take almost like plank pose, but just with the lower part of the body. Upper body will be in crocodile. So you're going to press the balls of the feet into the mat, more almost like your toes, right? Curling under and pressing in. You're going to lift your knees away from the floor. We're just going to hold this for a few cycles of breath. Just create strengthening in the leg bones. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One last cycle of breath here. Okay, untucking the feet as the thighs come down. Bend your knees so your heels come in towards your buttocks, and then sway your lower legs from side to side. I'm going to let the feet come down, let the hands slide underneath of the low chest, draw the tailbone down. We're going to take locust position. So you lift the chest, and lift the legs. Now we're going to do a longer hold here, but if for any reason it feels more appropriate for you to exhale lower and inhale lift, you can move in and out of this shape dynamically. Otherwise, chin slightly in, gazes down toward the floor, keep the chest and legs lifted. Hands can remain down, which is more supportive for the low back. If the low back feels okay lifting the hands, you can lift the hands or maybe even lift and send the arms down by the legs. The shoulder blades are going to slightly draw in toward one another. Palms are active, fingers are spread. Take a breath in and out. Inhale and exhale. Take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, we'll bring the hands down under the forehead. Let the body come down again. Bend your knees, heels toward the buttocks, swaying the lower legs from side to side. Okay. Allowing the tops of the feet to make their way down, maybe a little bit more swaying in the hips from side to side. We're going to be rolling over onto the spine. So just as gracefully as you can, you can kind of shift your body so that you can roll onto your back and then readjust the body so that the pelvis is back on the center of the mat. Now, if the blanket is low, it's probably not in your way, but if the blanket is a little higher, you might slide it out to the right or to the left. You're going to keep the knees bent with the feet flat. Knees are going to point up. We're going to open the arms out to the side. And we're going to take windshield wiper twist to the left. So both knees are going to fall over to the left. So you're going to open up down through that right hip and down through the right quadricep. So bone density issues are associated with an imbalance of the energy of vata, the wind and ether elements. And vata in the physical body is also associated with the thighs. So one way that we might notice some imbalance in these elements and in this particular energies, we might get this deep aching sensation down through the upper legs or in the quadricep region. This is just a nice pose to open that space up. If you like, for a moment, you might cross your left ankle over the outside of your right thigh and just use your left foot as just almost like an anchor, just to assist in a slightly stronger opening. Releasing the left foot, bringing the knees up to the center, and allowing the legs to fall over to the right. So if you need to adjust your pelvis a little bit, adjust your pelvis. You might even be sliding the pelvis slightly over to the left if that feels better on your back. Breathe down that left hip and down through the left quadricep region. If you like, your right foot could cross over the top of your left thigh. Releasing the right foot down and bringing the knees up toward the center, sliding the pelvis back to the center. Walk the feet in so they're just about sitting bone distance apart. Pick up the right foot and hug just the right thigh into the ribs. And then we can slide that right knee toward the right underarm. Stay there. Or you can stack your right ankle over your right knee in a half happy baby shape. You can stay here, or this left leg might extend out along the floor. You're going to feel the left heel reach toward the short side of the mat. If you do so, you want to feel almost like your tailbone is lengthening down toward that left heel and toward that short side of the yoga mat that the left foot is closest to. Breath in. Exhale, slide your left foot back in. Hug both knees into the chest. Release your right foot down, hug just the left leg in. Slide the left knee toward the underarm, stay there, stack the ankle over the knee, reach up for the foot. Now you're going to stay here. You can start to slide that right leg out along the floor. So press through the right heel. Feel almost like the tailbone is reaching down, lengthening. Okay, and then start to slide your right leg in, hug your left leg in. A little bit of rocking, cross your low back. And place your feet to the floor. Take any final windshield wipers or little pelvic tilts, any sort of final movements. When you feel ready, you can send your legs out long on the floor, maybe turning your palms to face upward toward the sky. Your exhalation is a powerful part of the breath that can assist you in releasing and relaxing. The weight of the body dropping downward, the settling of the movements of the mind. Feeling the weight of your body on the earth and breathing just a bit deeper, sending gentle, energetic waves outward to the arms and the legs. And allowing your knees to bend one at a time. So place your feet flat to the earth, rolling over to the right or left side of the body. Pressing down and then rising up so that you can come to your feet. Let your prayer hands come together at your heart as you sit tall. The light within me sees and bows to that same light that exists within you. Namaste.